To handle selections, we're going to treat this component like other input components. So in this component, we should have a state variable that holds the currently selected item in our picker. So let's use the state hook to declare this variable. I'm going to call this category, and the function to update it, set category. Now we should give this picker a couple new props. So the first one is selected item. We set this to category. And the second one is onSelect item. So this is the event that this component raises when the user selects an item. So here we get the item and call set category with it. This is the same pattern we use with the text input and switch components, right? So now let's go ahead and implement these two props. Save the changes here. We go to add picker. Here we add onSelect item and selected item. Now, the first thing we need to change is this line over here. So currently we're always rendering the placeholder. So we should change the logic here. If the selected item is defined, we're going to render its label. Otherwise, we're going to render the placeholder. That was the first change. Now the second change. Down below, when the user taps on an item, instead of console.log, there are two things we need to do. I'm going to write these two statements inline here, but we could also define them in a separate function. Not a big deal. It's only 2 lines of code. So here first, we should close the modal. So we call set modal visible and give it false. Then we should raise the onSelect item event. So onSelect item, we call this function and give it the item that was selected. As simple as that. Now let's test our implementation. Save the changes. So let's select the category, furniture. Now we have furniture here. Beautiful. What if we change it to clothing? Everything works perfectly. Now let's test initializing this picker. So in app.js, I'm going to initialize our state variable to categories of 0. Let's see if it works. So by default, the first item is selected. So our picker is ready. Now we could spend more time and make this screen pretty. We could replace the close button with an icon, but these details are irrelevant now because we're focusing on building forms. We can always come back and improve this screen. For now, it's doing its job. So let's move on.